All right, if you've ever been wondering how you might be able to outsmart Social Security, well, Jack Hough is here to tell us a little bit about how we can get ahead, at least retirees who are looking to Social Security. You say it was designed to be fair, but there's some favorites that emerge.
Yeah, definitely. As most people know, when it comes time to make the decision, you can start getting benefits as early as 62 and take smaller benefits for life. You can wait until full retirement age. If you're turning 62 this year, that's age 66. Or you can wait as late as 70 to get your benefits and get these plus size payments. And so I get this question all the time about when should I start my payments? And a lot of people are under the assumption that the government actuaries have done their homework and they've made the calculations so that no matter when you choose, everybody still gets pretty much the same amount. But it's not true. It's not even close to true. There's a study out now from professors at Stanford and Occidental College that basically shows it's highly dependent on interest rates, right? Mm-hmm. If you think about it, there's a product sold by financial companies that's similar to this decision of whether to give up money now in exchange for larger payments down the road, and it's called an annuity.
Annuity.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So two things are true of all annuities. First of all, you change the terms that you sell to new people based on interest rates, because that helps determine the investment returns you can get. And the second one is annuity issuers pay careful attention to life expectancies, right? Because they want to control their pricing and keep the thing profitable. Neither of those is true of Social Security, right? It doesn't change the deal according to interest rates, and it hasn't had much of a change in terms of the retirement age. Bottom line, real interest rates right now are zero for effective purposes, and just about everyone out there is better off waiting for payments. There are only a couple of examples of people who should take them earlier.
And really it's because your dollars are going to be worth more when you turn that age.
Yeah, it's because basically the internal return that you're getting from that thing is probably better than you can get from on your own and anything related to safe money right now. So you're better off letting the money ride if you can. These professors say that everyone thinks they're getting the same deal, but when you look in terms of the present value of future payment, it's possible for some people to get women to get as much as 18% more than the average, and for men to get as much as 13% more.
That sounds like reverse discrimination.
We don't live that long.
We're living longer, David.
But one thing I noticed is, as I looked at your story, there are definitely some exceptions. I mean, interest rates aside, especially if you're married, you really need to take a look at who the breadwinner has been, who's been working, and there are a lot of, it gets very complicated very fast.
I'm a stock and bond guy, David, and I'm a fairly young guy, so I haven't thought a lot about Social Security, and I thought, all right, this is a grandma question I'm going to look at for a half an hour and give people the answers. My head hurts from the math on this. It's so complicated. There are so many moving parts.
But it really depends. You may have one person taking it and another person waiting. You should really read Jack's story on Smart Money.
It's on smartmoney.com, and I do my best to highlight the professor's findings and advice according to whether you're married, who worked, what have you, when you should start your benefits. But the bottom line is, if you're not sure, you're probably better off waiting with interest rates this low.
And anybody right now you can think of who might be in that other group, just as quickly? Is there who might be better off taking them early than waiting?
People who should start. Unfortunately, it's difficult to take guesses at how long you're going to live, but where you get into people who should start earlier are cases where you have two spouses and one's going to claim spousal benefits down the road, and there are times when some people should start early, but it's massively, it is not a conversation for video. That's a conversation for the printed word and deep thinking. Pour a brandy, light a pipe, and spend some time with it.
I know who might need it. People who need the freaking money right away. That's
true.
You also have to take into account your personal financial situation. Absolutely.
All right, Jack, thank you so much for joining us,
Thanks,
for bringing all this great information. And of course, as we just said, if you want to read this article and learn all the ins and outs as to who should take what, when, and what you need to know, go to smartmoney.com.